Hey everyone, so I'm going to do a video on my Nintendo 64 collection. Kind of bear with me, I've got a cold and it's really difficult to stay focused right now. Probably should have waited to do this later, but I might as well do it now and get it over with. Anyway, the Nintendo 64 was my first system that I ever owned, so that's the whole reason why I'm going to start off with that. So let's go ahead and get to it then. First game, The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, gold cartridge. It's also the foil card. I'm gonna end this protective sleeve just cause it's one of my more expensive ones anyway. And then I've got Zelda Ocarina of Time, gold cartridge as well. Zelda Ocarina of Time was my favorite game on the Nintendo 64, and pretty much of all time. Although I'll make a confession, I've never beaten it before. I know, it sucks. I got to the water temple and I got stuck, and every time I get stuck somewhere on a game, I don't come back and play it for a while. And when I come back and play it, I'm like, oh, well, let's start over. And then it's just the same thing over and over again. I just get distracted too often, which lately I've been better at, so I need to get back on it and play. Okay. Next one, have Rush. Now that game I got in one of my subscription boxes. I haven't actually played it. So, same with this one, Lego Racers. I haven't played this one, but I do like Lego games, so I'll probably end up liking that one. Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards. I remember I rented this from Hastings a long time ago when we actually had a Hastings here. My cousin and my uncle were visiting from California and thought about going to rent a game, and that was the game we rented, and I loved it. It was awesome. This one, Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. It's probably my favorite Star Wars game of the ones that I've played. However, funny story, when I was younger, my dad always hid this game from me because it was rated teen. And my parents were a little strict on what I could play, and he thought it was too violent, so he, even though I could watch all the Star Wars movies all I wanted. But, I found out, I knew where he hid it in one of the drawers. And so, whenever I'd fake sick or, you know, whenever he wasn't home, I would pull it out of there and play it. It was a fairly difficult game, actually, but it was really fun. This game, Nagano Winter Olympics 98. This was a fun game. I can't remember what I did the most. Probably bobsledding and the jump, the ski jump. Very entertaining. You could even do curling on there. If you haven't tried it before, I'm not really into sports games, but I loved playing this. And I always played it with Backstreet Boys playing in the background. It was so weird. I don't know. Another one, Toy Story 2. I didn't play too much of this one, but the older Disney games on the older systems were actually really fun, so Mission Impossible. I need a new cartridge for this or clean this up. But I actually kind of enjoyed this game. So I know a lot of. I mean, it's very, very common game and very cheap. But Super Mario 64. This is a fun game too. I never played too much of it though. And then I got 007, The World Is Not Enough. I actually got this in a trade from Canada, actually. This game I played a hell of a lot of, but Disney's Tarzan. This game was underrated, pretty much. And a very fun game. It's actually kind of difficult too near the end, where you, I think it was boss battle with the cheetah, or it was Clayton that I got stuck on. But yeah, if you haven't tried this game, you should definitely try it because it was really fun. And then of course we got GoldenEye 007. I actually had to purchase this game again at because I had a copy and I took it over to my friend's house when we were partying, and I never received it back. Actually, I gave her several controllers too, and I never got those back. So I had to buy it again, but still, classic game. So much fun playing with other people. Which I don't usually like playing with other people. I like playing by myself. But that was a game that you could have friends over, and it was a lot of fun. Even just the campaign itself was fun. And here is the first game I ever owned. This is what I got that night on my 9th birthday party, when all my friends were in my room. We were having a sleepover, and my mom brought out the Nintendo 64, wrapped, and Banjo-Kazooie was my first game. And I played this for hours, forgot my friends were in the room, just kind of left them alone. That was a great game. I loved that game, but I think I might like Banjo-Tooie more. Some of it, anyway. Some of the levels in Banjo-Tooie I liked more. And here's the regular cartridge of Ocarina of Time as well. This is my original copy that I got when I was a child. Let's see how nice it looks. I mean, well, it's a little scratched up, but yeah, I take really good care of my games. I don't know how people put all these stickers and all that crap all over them. So, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I don't think I ever played a lot of this game other than the demos that were in the store, but I recently got this with a trade. And I think a whole bunch of stuff was in that package that I got with it, which is pretty awesome. And here's Banjo-Tooie, my original copy as well. Yeah, I mean, Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, I wish they would. I mean, of course, Rare's not owned by Nintendo anymore, which really sucks. Because I loved Diddy Kong Racing. I wish they would make another one, but obviously they're not going to since it's owned by Microsoft now. And then when they did Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts on the Xbox 360, I was so excited for it because it was another Banjo game after how long? Like 10 years? Oh, it's been longer than that. But I took it home and played it, and I was like, what the hell is this? It's so stupid. I just not a fan at all. When you wait that long for a new game and they come out with this like racing crap that's not even like anything like the originals, it's like it's so dumb. Anyway, speaking of Rare, there's Diddy Kong Racing. I actually always enjoyed this more than Mario Kart. Like, I played the hell out of this game. And I don't even really like racing games, so that says something. I even used to play with my mom. My mom loved it too, so. On this one too, Paperboy. It's a little creepy game, but it was always really fun. I've never played. I have the original NES game, but the only one I've ever played was the Nintendo 64 one. Another game that I've never played, like the originals or anything, is Star Fox 64. I've never played this game. I actually got this from my friend, and it's really nice condition too. But I played Star Fox Adventures. Is the only one that I played through completely. I know it sounds terrible because I'm always talking about how much I love Fox, but I mean I love Star Fox Adventures. I know a lot of people don't, but sorry, that was my first one I ever played, and I liked it. This game is a racing game. MRC multi-racing championship. I actually found this in the dumpster, so I haven't played it, so I don't know what it's like. But then we've got Pokemon Snap. Really, really short game, but it was so fun. If it wasn't so short, it would have been a lot better. And then we've got 2 more games left. We got Cruis'n World. I used to play this game all the time. This was actually, I guess I did kind of like racing games because I really liked this game too. I played a lot of it. I actually had one of those steering wheels by Mad Cats, I think. And I used to play this a lot. And the first time I ever played it was at my cousin's house. Her husband had this, and also he introduced me to Legend of Zelda as well. Ocarina of Time, he had already completed it and everything, so I just ran around on the horse on Epona everywhere. I'm really out of it with this cold right now. And then a lot of these are my original copies. Obviously, you would, I bought them like new out of the box. The ones that don't have stickers, obviously, because, like I said, I take really good care of my games. But Harvest Moon 64. I remember I purchased this at Target. It was the last one on the shelf, brand new, $60. And it was awesome. And it's my favorite Harvest Moon game. I think my goal is to probably try to get all the Harvest Moon games. I know that the original Harvest Moon on the SNES is like $100+ loose, so I'm gonna have a hard time trying to find it too because it's actually rare. There's some games that are really expensive, but they're not actually that rare. Like, I actually see quite a few people pick up Earthbound copies like all the time. So I really don't think Earthbound is as rare as people make it out to be. I mean, it is, but it's not as bad as some games. In, like, the Zelda games, I think it's just more like a popular sort of thing. Of course, Earthbound, if you want to find it complete in its box or anything, then that's going to be really, difficult. And I mean, I've only seen one in my life to begin with, so I guess maybe it is a little bit on the rare side. The one I saw actually was complete in box with a strategy guide. Um, it was that big box Earthbound, which my friend has, but he's never gonna get rid of it, and I'm not gonna pay him $800 to get it either. Other than that, I think that's all of my Nintendo 64 games. Thought I had more at one point, but I don't know what happened to them. I'll talk to you guys later.